Picture this. You're mid-lesson, and before you can finish a sentence, someone blurts out, "He's not sitting right," followed by, "She touched my pencil." And suddenly, 3 kids are all talking at once about who did what first, like it's urgent national news. Suddenly, you're not teaching. You're just battling all the constant tattling. And here's the thing. It's not because your students are trying to be difficult. They just don't have a clear understanding of what's worth telling and what they're supposed to handle on their own. That's where picture books change everything. Story-based learning builds shared language. When you reference a character instead of correcting a child, students instantly know what behavior you mean. There's no power struggle, no embarrassment, no defensiveness, just understanding. Instead of saying, "Stop tattling," you can say, "Is this a big deal or a small deal?" And they get it because it was modeled to them through a book. In today's video, I'm showing you how to use picture books to teach expectations around tattling, problem solving, and self-regulation so your classroom runs calmer, smoother, and with way fewer interruptions that will derail your entire day. Now, before we get going, I want to tell you about a book to skip, and that book is going to be Armadillo Tattletale. It sounds like it's about tattling, but it's not. It's a tall tale about gossiping rather than tattling. All right, now let's get into the good tattling books. First up is A Bad Case of Tattle Tongue. This book is about a little boy named Josh. Josh is always tattling constantly. He develops a case of tattle tongue and he's not able to tattle. Then a tattle prince pays him a visit and teaches him the difference between tattling and telling using 4 different rules. The next day, he gets to practice using the 4 rules, which are great scenarios to have the class try to figure out what Josh should do. Should he tell? Should he not tell? Our next book is Don't Squeal Unless It's a Big Deal. This book is about a class who loves to tattle. Then their teacher teaches them a new word, squeal, which is her word for tattling. Her new rule is don't squeal unless it's a big deal. She then goes into different scenarios of when you should keep it to yourself or squeal and get help from an adult. The rest of the day, the class gets to practice the new rule, but it's only with 2 scenarios, which I do wish it had a few more. One of them is a big deal and one of them is not. All right, our next book is called Diamond Rattle Loves to Tattle. And this book is about a rattlesnake named Diamond who loves to tattle. Her teacher teaches her to ask herself 3 questions before she tells. 1, is someone unsafe? 2, can the problem not wait? And 3, does the problem even involve you? She quickly learns all the rules and gets promoted to safety patrol. In her new role, she's able to report anything that's unsafe. And last is my favorite book, the first one that you should try out, because it takes place in a school and it gives the most scenarios for kids to get to decide what they should do. And this is called Miles McHale Tattletale. And this story is about Miles, who loves to tattle. His teacher comes up with something called a tattle battle, where the class is going to be split into 2 teams. The team that tattles the least will earn extra recess. At first, Miles is still tattling. And so, of course, his team is mad at him because they're losing. But then his teacher goes back over the tattling pledge, which I love. It's if a friend is sick, hurt, or in harm's way, then telling someone is okay. Miles gets a chance to practice through various scenarios if he should be telling someone or not. I love being able to talk to my class through each scenario if it would be a good time to tell an adult or if they should keep it to themselves. With any of these 4 books, you will have your class tattling reduced in no time. I especially love that each book has a pledge or a set of questions that kids can ask themselves to ensure whether they're tattling or telling, or some use like reporting. They all use like similar words. And next, if you need help getting your class to be less noisy, you'll want to watch this video, where I'm sharing my favorite book list for a loud class.